Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, it's coming out quite late today. I'm filming this literally at 4:20, so we'll get this out as soon as possible, but it's a 9 PM game, so I'm not rushed to get this video out, even though I wanted it out yesterday and completely forgot about it. Welcome to the World Cup match 1 for England in Group L. The preview, of course, England take on Croatia in a rerun of the 2018 World Cup semi-final, where Croatia got the better of us 2-1 after extra time with that Mario Mandzukic winner in the 108th minute, after Harry Kane had a double shot saved by the goalkeeper. So yeah, meeting again in the World Cup, and it's going to be A, good game, and B, a big game. Whoever wins this tonight wins the entire Group L, and it means it is a better road to the final. Of course, if we win the group, we avoid Argentina, Spain, France, all the way until the semi-final at least. The only big team we'd probably have is in the quarter-final. We will talk about that a little bit, what teams we would play if we finished first and if we finished second. But yeah, of course, this is a big game for many different reasons. Of course, Croatia were the side to knock us out in the World Cup 2018 semi-finals, 2-1 after extra time, to send themselves through to the final, where they played France. Of course, they did lose, but it's very much a similar side that played that game. Of course, you've still got Perisic and Luka Modric in that side, so it's a really aging squad. But yeah, it would be, really, really ironic in a way if the German manager is the first man to bring England glory. But of course, a foreign manager has never taken a club or a country to World Cup victory. Of course, every single World Cup victory, the manager has been of the same nationality as the country. So we shall see. Tuchel, obviously his lineup has looked locked. It's not looked like it's going to have any major changes, and for a big game like this, they're not going to be rested and swapped about willy-nilly, because they don't want to, lose any momentum for one, or lose chances. But there is question marks now. Who's going to start in the wider areas? So Bukayo Saka's fitness is a bit of a problem at the moment for left wing. It's looking like he's going to have to be a bench player, at least for the Croatia and Ghana games, and maybe even the Panama games. He's been called up on the basis of he can make an impact off the bench. There's no doubt about that. He's got the sheer talent, and he could come on during the 70th minute and score a winner or something like that. But yeah, he needs to change it based on the opponent. Because Saka, of course, has lightning pace on the wing, whereas in other games you might not need that, and it might be better to rest him or swap him out to give other players game time, but also to ensure that everyone plays a part. So, of course, everything else will be largely the same. Harry Kane will be the captain. He is our skipper, and he will be at that striker role. 4-2-3-1 it'll probably be, with him acting more as a centre forward alongside the central attacking midfielder in the middle of the three, which should be Bellingham, but could go anyway. But yeah, so the dilemma over starters means that the bench is also really stacked, extremely stacked on the bench, and that if we need speed or shooting off the bench, we've got it. Of course, Harry Kane will be wanting to play all 90 minutes in this game, all 90 minutes against Ghana, all 90 minutes against Panama, and as many minutes as he can in the knockout stages. But we do have the likes of Ivan Toney ready to come off the bench, and Ollie Watkins, who are both in-form strikers, having 8 and 12 goals respectively since the start of April. And yeah, there's good alternatives. Of course, Harry Kane has had an absolutely stupendous season. In his 31 Bundesliga matches, he got 36 goals and 5 assists. But all in all, for Bayern Munich, since joining them in August 2023, he has registered 147 appearances and 146 goals in all paths. He is an absolute crazy man. And for England since 2015, 114 appearances, 79 goals. So yeah, he's definitely the guy that will both score and can make an impact should it be wholly required. So yeah, England do have a lot on the bench ready to come on and score should it be needed. So I've got my predicted starting 11 here. I've gone for a 4-2-3-1, but I know what Thomas Tuchel's like. He likes to switch it up, change it about as he goes. So in goal, I do have Jordan Pickford. He's proven himself as our number one. And there will be good options off the bench for A, if Jordan Pickford gets injured, but B, to rotate our goalkeeper. We do have the options to do that. I do think both of our backup goalkeeper options are extremely good, and they're some of the best backup goalkeeper options in the World Cup 26-man squads. Of course, for example, France have Mike Maignan of AC Milan in goal, but the backup keepers aren't on the same level as Mike, although Mike himself isn't the greatest goalkeeper in the world. He does let chances go in, and he does make some errors that lead to goal on multiple occasions, but overlooking that, he is one of their most ruthless goalkeepers. He's their best goalkeeper now, with the absence of Hugo Lloris, who didn't get called up but still plays football, which I discovered the other day. Back four, I've got Nico O'Reilly at left back and Reece James at right back, because we will need to speed up that right hand side against the aging squad of Croatia, and I think Reece James is the option. Of course, you could play other right backs, but no right back in the world is defensively better than Reece James, and he can make the runs, and it's very hard for him to be beaten on that right flank. He is a very quick individual at right back. Now, the two centre backs, it is up for debate whether Mark Guehi starts. I don't think he should, and I've gone Ezri Konsa at the left centre back and John Stones at the right centre back. I think John Stones' expertise and experience as a England starter really will bring a lot against Mark Guehi, who hasn't had too many major tournaments with England, but I do think he can be a great solution off the bench should it be required. Now, the two CDMs. Now, it could be said that he will go for he will go for his best mate Jordan Henderson, but Gareth Southgate used to as well. But we've got to look. I'm trying not to be a silhouette in the video. We've got to look at Anderson. Anderson is an absolutely strong individual, and he has proved it for himself for the club, and now for his country if he starts today. So I don't think it's a bad decision if he doesn't start, but I think he's got the strength to be a really key player in that CDM role. I'm going to speed it up ever so slightly because I've realised I've hit 9 minutes and I've only got to CDMs and spoke about the game. I've not even done my prediction yet. Declan Rice is my left CDM. Is there any question about him? Declan Rice is one of the best central defensive midfielders in the Premier League at the moment. Yes, he plays for Arsenal, but I will agree that he is one of the best central midfielders in the league. Now, the three midfielders, I've gone. It's tough. I don't think Bukayo Saka is going to start, so I have put Anthony Gordon at left wing. I put Noni Madueke at right mid, or right wing, whatever you want to call it. I put Jude Bellingham in the middle of them. And then that is 4:30 p.m. And then Harry Kane up top, of course. So yeah, that's what I've gone. I've gone 4-2-3-1. Pickford, O'Reilly, Konsa, Stones, James, Rice, Anderson, Gordon, Bellingham, Madueke, Kane. Will Saka start? For his own sake, I don't think he should. So yeah, of course, Luka Modric is still here. He's 40 and he should still be and will still be in the lineup for his 199th international cap. So he will hit 200 for Croatia in this tournament. So yeah, one more makes him a double centenarian. I don't know. But Croatia does also have 3 other players on 100 or over 100, being Mateo Kovacic, Ivan Perisic and Andrej Kramaric, all 3 big players. And yeah, all are expected to play and they know what they're doing. Of course, they featured in the 2018 World Cup, the Euros and also the 2022 World Cup. They are big names. In terms of form, Croatia have won 7 out of their last 10 since the start of 2025, though only the win against Colombia could be regarded as tough opposition. We'll go through their last 5. And England won 8 of their last 10 in the same time frame, but the 2 they didn't win was a draw, 1-1 with Uruguay, and a 1-0 loss at Wembley to Japan. So yeah, in the last 5, in order from oldest to newest for England: 2-0 win over Albania, 1-1 draw with Uruguay, a 1-0 loss at Wembley to Japan, and then in our warm-up games in the America country, 1-0 win over New Zealand, but it was close, and a 3-0 victory over Costa Rica. As for Croatia in their last 5, 3-2 win over Montenegro, 2-1 win over Colombia, a 3-1 defeat to Brazil, a 2-0 defeat at home to Belgium, well, at home in their area of America, because I think that one was in America, and 2-1 over Slovakia. So that's 2 losses, 3 wins, whereas England have 3 wins, a loss and a draw. So yeah, in terms of squad news, Tino Livramento for England has left due to an injury. So fullbacks are going to be Reece James and Nico O'Reilly left and right. Jed Spence is the only what I would call like-for-like alternative for both flanks. Otherwise, both have a full list. And for Croatia, a very key player here is Luka Vuskovic, who should start at centre-back, and he was really good in the Bundesliga, top 99% for defensive work, top 99% for headers, and even top 78% for chances and 100% for goals compared to his positional peers in the Bundesliga. So here comes my prediction. I think it's not going to be easy, despite the Asian squad that Croatia have, but they can still score. Old squad, they can still score, and I think it is going to be close for at least, I'm going to switch sides again, at least 3/4 of the game. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be, dare I say it, extremely close, and I think it's going to be really tantalising and nerve-wracking for England supporters and Croatia supporters alike. I'm going to go 2-1 England. I'm going to say Harry Kane scores first, then Croatia level maybe just after half-time, if not after the hydration break, and then we'll score again. I think it's going to be Tunisia style 2018, where it may even go down to stoppage time to find a winner. But if anyone finds a winner, it will be Harry Kane. He is absolutely outstanding for Bayern Munich. Of course, I'm still a bit salty he left Tottenham Hotspur, but alas, yeah, you can see how well he is now with Bayern Munich. So yeah, I'm going 2-1 England, but I think it's going to be extremely close despite Croatia's Asian squad. That's aging, not Asian. They are Croatian. And a big one, I'm going to just quickly say, I do think England are going to top this group with 3 wins out of 3. I think it's going to be 9 points for England. I think it's going to be your classic 9-6-3-0 group. I think England are going to be all 2 opponents, or both opponents. No, all 3 opponents. Yeah, there is 4. I think Croatia will beat all but England. Ghana will beat Panama, but they could draw with Croatia. I'm not going to rule that out. And Panama's going to lose all 3. I think it's going to be a classic 9-6-3-0 group. But yeah, that's my match preview, prediction and predicted lineup for the game later on, England v Croatia. I am doing a live watch on 15 minutes before kick-off. It starts at 8:45. I might start it a bit sooner after the Portugal-DR Congo game, which is of course my first one from 5:45 p.m, which as of filming is just over an hour's time. See you then for the watch-longs if you're joining, and come on England, let's get started in the World Cup finally.